Politics and the state of the world today is very depressing, and I got so depressed I went to see my psychiatrist, and I said, hey, what do I do? Do I go to a puzzle factory, or what do I do? How do I help myself? And he said, hey, take it easy, simmer down. What are you thinking? I said, I'm thinking about suicide. He looked at me and he said, pay me in advance. Okay then. In Canada, the United States, and so many other countries, there are zillions of people who require and are looking for the vaccine for the coronavirus, right? Or the COVID virus. There's so many different names, Chinese virus. And you know what? There are 100 million people, though, in the United States and Canada alone that need a virus for liberalism. Stupidism. I repeat myself. Is anybody working on that? Somebody get a virus, because these people, they can't be helped in the present state. You know what? I know this. People who have shut down our economies, they have not missed one paycheck. Not one. Oh boy, look at them, how they swing. Hey. You know, California's legislature is considering. When they consider, they typically make it happen, right? Because they have a majority, they being the Democrats, the left wing, call me people. They're considering a wealth tax on residents, part-time residents, and any person who spends more than 60 days inside the state line of California. A wealth tax. Now, they haven't really defined what that is, but typically it's a big percentage of what you have, of your wealth, right? Even those who move out of the state would continue to be subject to the tax for a decade, 10 years. So, okay, let's think about that. You're 20 years old, you're a beach bum, and you come to California and you hang out for 3 months, and then you leave and you become a successful business person. 9 years later, you're making $1 zillion, you've never been back to California, and now you have to pay them a wealth tax. Are you kidding me? They walk among us. This is what they're doing. I mean, they need the money. Of course they do. Because they spend money like they're crazy people. They are crazy people, but they spend so much. It's expensive. It's costly to be a liberal. It costs a lot of money, right? And it's going to get worse now. They give things free to everybody. You have all these illegal people who all the legal people pay for. There's such a list of this stuff, but a wealth tax, a 10-year thingamadoo? Are you kidding me? Blah, blah, blah. San Francisco, in California. They had 651 people die of overdoses in 2020 and about 170 deaths from COVID. 651 overdoses, 170 some odd from COVID. Drug deaths then are 4 times COVID deaths. I'm solution driven here today, right? I have the answer. Here it goes, vaccines and so on. But all drug heads and junkies, they need to have the COVID rules applied to them without the COVID. They need to be locked up until there's a vaccine. Pretty simple stuff. I mean, it's a cure. And, while we're waiting, let's give all drug dealers a fair trial and then kill them, right? Then hang them. That would work. Hang them until they're dead. I mean, and then you can clean it up. If you can lock people up because they have a virus until you get a vaccine, elderly people haven't seen the light of day for 9 months. If you can do that to them because it's a disease and people might get hurt by it, they might die by it. What about overdoses? Take the drug people and do the same thing. Because the drug business is a bad thing, okay? It really is. And once upon a time, keeping up now. It's the new year. We're going fast. Are you with me? Okay. Once upon a time in Canada, a prime mistake with a dream to destroy the country, fossil fuels, so on. He increased the carbon tax by another 5.7 times or something like that, and he wants a healthy environment and a healthy economy, and I want unity, so I'm going to take Quebec out of the pain of the carbon tax, and I'm going to give them more rights for the French language, but I want a Canada that's diverse. The guy's a lunatic. Makes me crazy. We need maybe something for that, a vaccine. Is there one? I don't know. Tokyo. Then you have the leaders there of the Tokyo Motor Corporation. And he's now criticizing what he says is an excessive hype over electric cars. He said, don't you people get it? You all act like it's free. And I've been saying this for a number of years. I mean, get rid of all the fossil fuel, back to the prime mistake in Canada. Get rid of all that, and what do you got? A bunch of free cars? I don't think so. Really? You're going to go plug into somebody's electrical outlet and not pay? Electricity will cost more than fossil fuel once it's all in place, because the government ain't going to let it just happen for free. The taxes on gasoline far exceed the price of a gallon of gasoline, and it's going to happen with this as well. The prime mistake in Canada, Justin Trudeau, his current deficit is larger than any deficit in the history of the entire country. He's borrowing almost $50 million an hour. That's more than $1 billion, with a B, dollars a day. How do you like that? And that's only what we're told, and that's what we think we know. It's probably a lot more than that. And who do you borrow from? I mean, come on, every country in the world is broke. They're all upside down. Who lends money anymore? I mean, is he printing it as well? Of course he is. He prints it and then gives it to somebody else, because that's what he does, and he probably borrows it back. That's about how bright he is. I mean, that's a lot of zeros. The debt now is almost $30,000 Canadian per Canadian each. Per Canadian each. That's a lot of dough. So if you have 4 people in your home, you owe $120,000. And I mean, again, I don't buy that. You throw in the provincial stuff and all the other debts, it's a lot more than that. But we'll use those numbers for now. This is coming from Stats Canada. So anyway, and then British Columbia, Canada, you have this salmon fishing farming industry, which is a big deal, and the government there is coming in and say, hey, only Indians can do this. You white folk, you gotta go away. They don't like white people, right? And the Indians are always mad at us. Everybody's mad at us white folk, and I don't know why. I've been white a long time. It's not that bad. At any event, there are 19 farms in fish farms that now white people run them, and they have to close because they're white. Okay, here, last thing today. It's profound. You should sit out. This is profound, right? Wiser advisor stuff. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. You wouldn't think that when you listen to all that stuff I'm talking about, but it's true. You know what? Difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. Y'all have a nice day. See ya.